for the elite isn't very inclusive.
Yeah, who'd have thought? So Nigel Farage has today escalated his battle with Coutts and the BBC over the closure of his bank account by lodging a formal complaint with the Information Commissioner, which has the power to hit Coutts Bank with fines of up to £17 million. And also the BBC has been dragged into it because apparently Simon Jack, the business editor of the BBC, who leaked the story saying, well, Coutts, a source at Coutts has said that Nigel Farage just didn't have enough money to have the account, and that's why his account was cancelled, which became the sort of the lefty narrative, and was then revealed to be a lie when Nigel Farage did the data subject access request and got the dossier that Coutts had on it. So somebody leaked it to him, but it turns out it was probably the CEO of Coutts, Dame Alison Rose, who's sitting next to him at a dinner the night before. So that's a breach of client confidentiality. I don't know if it, as an excuse you might say, well, yeah, but it was a lie. So I didn't breach any data because I lied. But well, yeah, I mean, this is terrible for Coutts because data subject access requests cost a lot of money to process. You've got to have paralegals and lawyers sifting through to redact any other people's names.
And why is that?
Because you
and how do you know that information?
Because my wife's a lawyer, so I know this stuff. But yeah, they cost tens of thousands of pounds each to process. And I should imagine everyone with an account at Coutts right now is like, what were they saying about me? What did they call me a racist? Were they looking at my social media? Did they see me retweet a Ricky Gervais joke?
I suppose that is likely to be a bigger cost than this 17.5 million, which is one of their accounts, probably. Yeah. It's not a huge cost when you imagine how rich the clients have to be there. Do you think this is... the irony is, it's meant to be trying to not be reputational damage for them, and look what it's done.
Yeah.
Some people have never heard of Coutts before, but
you see, you're focusing on Coutts. This is NatWest. NatWest owns Coutts. It was the woman who was Alison Roche. She's head of NatWest. NatWest has, according to Nigel Farage's show, tens of thousands of people have had their accounts cancelled quietly, but because they weren't Nigel Farage. He's doing an amazing thing by doing this. I myself I would take out all the money I have in NatWest, but I don't have any money there. But I have an account.
I have an
account.
Well, that's how you can stop yourself getting cancelled. Just be overdrawn permanently. Then how can they cancel you?
Yeah, they would have to say we owe you. It's now a loan. But the point of the thing is that I think obviously we need the banking sector to be strong. But lessons need to be taught. And I think if the people do a Bud Light on NatWest and even destroy their market value by 1% or 2%, it would do an incredible amount. It would make them think twice about doing this to somebody else.
It also seems like this shouldn't be a left-right issue because it's not impossible if this becomes the normal for banks, as if posh people who run banks could very much suddenly decide to not like poor people, and then I wouldn't get a bank account anyway.
They could do that, but they're not going to. It is a left-right issue because people on the left today, God bless them, lovely people, they think it will never happen to them because they're holier than thou. We know because we're in league with the devil. You pretend that you're not, Steve, but we are.
I want to get cancelled for being holier than thou.
I was amazed to see comedians like Rosie Holt, Darryl O'Brien, like smart comedians. I like both of them, but they were tweeting basically in defence of Coutts, standing up for the multi-billion-pound bank. But it's so myopic to not see. Like there are people who mock the government. So if you mock the government, what do you think? If there's a change in government, if there's a new regime comes in, do you think they might use these rules to cancel your account when you're mocking the government? First thing authoritarian regimes do when they take power is cancel comedians and journalists and people who question them.
Yeah, cancel a show I was on. That's why I don't do that anymore. That got cancelled straight away.